Let's talk Golden State news and rumors. How about signing Jeremy Lin? Remember him? Remember the Warriors had a deal for him fall through before this season? Well, maybe both sides deserve a second chance here. Now, Jeremy Lin has been playing for Golden State's G League team, the Santa Cruz Warriors, and, small sample size so far, but he's looked pretty darn good, and I think Golden State could certainly use another playmaker to take some pressure off of Steph Curry. Look at what Jeremy Lin has done in the G League so far. It's only 4 games, but 18 points, over 7 assists. He's grabbing a couple of rebounds per game as well. 47.3% from 3. That's an impressive clip. Now, he's not going to shoot that high of a number if he gets onto an NBA roster, but that being said, that's pretty efficient for Jeremy Lin, and I like the playmaking as well at over 7 assists per game. That's pretty darn impressive also for Mr. Lin. So, hey, we know for a while he's been trying to return to the NBA. He's been connected to the Warriors. He's playing for their G League affiliate. I think a signing could make some sense for both parties, if for nothing else, to take some pressure off of Steph Curry, who's having another outstanding season for Golden State at over 30 points per game. Sure, you got Andrew Wiggins and Kelly Oubre who've picked up the scoring a little bit here, but those aren't playmakers. Those aren't guys who are going to give you 3, 4, 5 assists a game. They're more ISO scorers, and even Steph to a certain extent is as well. You need another guy in there who can run the offense, come off the bench, be that backup point guard, because you don't really have that in Brad Wanamaker, if we're being completely honest. Now, look, it's possible you'd call up Jeremy Lin, and he's just not that good, right? He hadn't played in the NBA in quite a while, but if I'm Golden State, it is something I'm definitely at least exploring if this continues, if he continues to play at a high level in the G League. Again, different level of competition. I'm not going to sit here and say Jeremy Lin's going to come back to the NBA and average 15 and 5 or something like that, but could he give you a little bit of a spark? Could he take some pressure off Steph Curry? I think it's at least possible, and if it's possible, I definitely think it's something that they should explore. So we'll ask you this question. Should the Warriors sign Jeremy Lin? Type S for sign, type P for pass. Get your votes in. Should Jeremy Lin end up with the Golden State Warriors? Go ahead and vote on this one. Now, we do have some NBA jerseys on sale at chatsports.com/NBA jerseys. All 30 teams, yes, Laker fans, we got LeBron jerseys, these alternate ones, but also the traditional gold and purple ones as well. There's Kobe jerseys available also, so go check those out. Chatsports.com/NBA jerseys. We got Celtics jerseys, we got Warriors jerseys, including some of the new ones that are on there as well, I believe. So go check that out at chatsports.com/NBA jerseys. A lot of these are on sale. Go take advantage of this deal. That link will be in the comments. It'll be in the description. Get yourself a jersey for your favorite team or your favorite player today. Don't miss out on this opportunity. Let's talk trade rumors now. Blake Griffin first up here. Could the Pistons be trading Blake Griffin? Well, they're going to try to. They're going to sit him for now to avoid injury as they explored a possible trade for Blake Griffin. The problem is he has a tough contract to trade, and he's dealt with a lot of injuries in recent years, so it's going to be tough to find a trade partner for him. A buyout may be more likely for Blake Griffin at the end of the day. We'll just have to wait and see. Now, Blake has played okay this year, but he's certainly been very inefficient, under 37% from the field, but a good creator for a big, 4 assists there, grabbing 5 rebounds, but he's certainly not what he once was. There's no doubt about that. Now, as far as actually finding a trade partner for him, an NBA executive had this to say. I know they've been trying to trade him for months and can't find a taker. Part of it is Blake also saying there are certain teams he would prefer to go to, which, limits the teams, obviously. This is a weird one. Non-zero chance that they buy him out, which seems crazy, which means, yeah, there's a greater than 0% chance that the Detroit Pistons could just cut their losses and try to work out a buyout with Blake Griffin and say, hey, we appreciate your work in the past, but we're just going to go in a different direction here. We'll help you out. You help us out. All is well for both parties involved. And it makes sense, right? Because Detroit is certainly rebuilding. The problem I run into in terms of a trade is who wants that contract? I don't know if anyone wants that contract, which is why I think at the end of the day, a buyout's going to end up being much more likely for Blake Griffin. And, we'll see what develops over the next few weeks. Maybe a team toward the NBA trade deadline steps up to the plate, but I'm just not super confident that that will end up happening. I do think he'll draw some interest among if he gets bought out among several teams. I think the Boston Celtics make a lot of sense. They still need a big. They could certainly benefit from a guy like Blake Griffin. How about the Brooklyn Nets? We know they're going to be involved anytime a major name becomes available. They're not going to trade for him, but if he gets bought out, I think that's possible. Golden State, same deal. I don't think they'll trade for him, but I think they'd be interested if he gets bought out. And then the Lakers, they can't afford his big contract, but he gets bought out. You bring him, you sell him on trying to win a championship. It'd be weird after all the time he played with the Los Angeles Clippers, but I think he'd be very fired up to try and play for a contender toward the back half of his career at this point. What do you guys think will happen? Predict it for me. What will happen with Blake Griffin? Type T if you think he'll get traded. Type B if you think he will get bought out. What is the more likely scenario when it comes to Blake and the Detroit Pistons? I think he gets bought out, but I'm curious what you guys have to say on this one. Now get subscribed to the channel because we have the latest news, rumors, trade rumors. We do power rankings, some live shows as well. We cover it all here on the NBA, so go ahead and subscribe today. You don't want to miss our coverage. We're keeping you guys up to date on the latest NBA trade rumors, NBA news, injuries. We do it all here at Chat Sports. You see the link below, but just hit that big red button and subscribe so you don't miss any of our coverage here at Chat Sports. Okay, let's talk Andre Drummon now. Looks like a similar situation to Blake Griffin, but also different, and I'll explain. The Cavs are moving forward with Jarrett Allen as their starting center, who they obviously got from the Brooklyn Nets, which was a nice addition in that 4-team blockbuster trade when they sent out James a part of the James Harden 4-team trade, and Cleveland's clearly going younger. Now, they're going to sit Drummond to avoid injury here, which, is a bummer for him because he certainly would like to play and be out there, but as of now, he's going to sit. He's averaging 18 and 13 this season. He is still productive. He could be a buyout candidate as well if the Cavs can't find a trade partner at this point in time. But the difference here is Andre Drummond is set to be a free agent next season. That is the difference here. That's why I think there's a more likely scenario that Drummond gets bought out than a guy like Blake Griffin, for example, because it's a big contract this year, about $28 million for the whole season, so, $18, $19 million the rest of the way. But, if it doesn't work out, he was a rental anyway. He hits the open market next year, and it's not a big deal for whatever team decides to trade for him. So, keep that in mind when you debate Drummond versus Griffin, whereas Griffin has that player option for next year. I like Drummond. He's more of an old school center, but I think he could offer some stuff to some teams. So I think there's a little bit more of a trade market for him, but he is, a back to the basket, a down low post type of guy, type of center. So I don't think a ton of teams will show trade interest, but I do think it's at least possible, whereas with Blake, I think it's really unlikely. Now, there are a lot of teams that could benefit from Drummond as well, some of the similar teams from earlier. The Celtics still need a big. I think they could make a move, whether it's in the buyout or trade market. Brooklyn, I think Golden State, LA, same deal. If he gets bought out, I think they'd be interested. I'm not sure they would trade for him. There has been trade buzz with the Raptors and Drummond for whatever reason, so we will see if anything sticks there, but we'll just have to see. I'm not convinced that either of these guys gets traded, but I do think it's more likely that Andre Drummond gets traded than does a guy like Blake Griffin. So which team will land Drummond? Let me know what you guys think in the comments section. Which team will land Andre Drummond before the trade deadline or after, if it is a buyout situation? I want to hear it from you guys, so go ahead and let me know what you guys think.